Hi friends, this is Gaurav, also known as Stingley, and welcome to my live streaming for Bitcoin $10 marathon for 100 days. Today is day 2 of trading, and all those people who have been following my live stream and following my playlist, let me give you a little overview to all the new members who would be joining in. I have started this channel and I also started this particular live trading firstly only for the educational purposes. All the discussions done over here are only for the educational purposes. They are not any kind of financial advice or suggestions to any individual. Now, talking about the scenario, I earlier started the stream, but due to some technical reasons, it got ended. So I have restarted the stream. So I'll just recap the entire thing right now. This is the chart which is available right now, and this is the price bridge which I have created. Because if we talk about the current scenario, this is something which is there in yesterday's date. The price was not able to sustain above this particular range. Similarly, it was not able to sustain above that particular range, which is approximately 16,750, we can say, or maybe 760. At the same time, again and again during the day, whenever the price was coming under or maybe coming near the price band of 16,700, so it used to bounce back. However, this time it took a rejection from, or it got the confirmation again from the supply zone and it started to fall. And it gradually reached the daily pivot because I use a CPR for my trading, which is a central pivot range. What exactly is central pivot range? How exactly it works? It is very simple. You can find a couple of videos on YouTube which will tell you what, how, why this particular software works. So this is not actually a software. This is just a tool which I'm using in TradingView. So talking about this particular tool, which is the CPR. So it is showing me the daily pivot, which is approximately at 670 points, we can say, or maybe 675 points. And today, the CPR is stacked up because CPR has two more notional values to it. One is a top CPR and other one is a bottom CPR. So talking about the top and the bottom CPR, both the CPRs are stacked and all the three CPRs are stacked to each other. Now, right now, the price has broken the barrier of the CPR and it is able to sustain the price under the CPR. And based on the scenario, I decided to enter a trade wherein I decided to sell the Bitcoin. That is, I decided to short the Bitcoin. And right now, based on my entry price, I am currently in a very, very negligible loss, which is not exactly a loss, I would say. It is just showing me a tentative loss of only 1 cent, which is like nothing. So I'm right now running on a break even position. That is my entry cost or the price and the current price of the market both are at the same level. So what we are doing is we are expecting the price to sustain below the pivot, that is also the red line which I've drawn for the reference. And right now what we have done is we have initiated the trade for the sell side, that is towards the lower side of the market. And gradually, as the market is moving down, so we are expecting it to reach to a particular level, which is the previous day low of 548 points. So ASAP, it reaches the level, I would be closing in the trade and booking in the profits. And here we are receiving the movement in the market, which is also visible here on the live screen. I'm looking in for this as the target, which is coincidentally the S1 support one and as well as the previous day low, which is 548 points. So let's set up a take profit position on the trade. So 548, let's set it at 16,550. So the moment price breaches 16,550, that is the moment price would be going at 16,549, we would be booking in the profit and moving out of this particular trade. Currently, the position is running in approximately 24% profit, as you would be able to see on your screen. It is a live trading, which I'm doing right now based on the analysis which I just shared. Because price was not being able to sustain above the price bridge of 750 points. So I was expecting a movement towards the low side of the market, and gradually, which we have seen. So now the market has started to fall, and gradually I would be looking in for a target which is the previous day low, a logical level. So we would be booking in our profit approximately at 550 points. And if the market tends to hold the level of 550 points, then we are expecting next target to be approximately 440 points. That would be our second target. So let's wait and see while we are looking in for the target which we have already set. Currently, the position is running in approximately 14 to 15% profit. And as we are using a pretty high leverage, though we are using a very low capital, so let's wait and see for the target which is yet to be achieved. So right now we are at a very, very crucial level as we have just managed to break an important level, or we can say the pivot of 670 points. And right now we are again at the weekly pivot, which is of approximately 640 points. So the price would take little time over here. And based on the consolidation of the price, it will gradually move towards our target, which is the previous day low of 548 points. And we are looking in to book our trade, our profit at approximately 550 points. So the market is looking really promising right now, and it is giving the move towards our direction, which is the shorting or selling of the Bitcoin. What I'm doing is I'm trading into Bitcoin futures, and the portal which I'm using right now, or the exchange, is Binance Exchange. And I'm trading into Bitcoin futures. Now we just need to wait and sit patiently before we are able to receive the required level of profit which we are looking onto. And just to remind, because my last stream was ended due to some kind of technical reason, this red line which I have drawn over here is also the level. If the price breaches this line and stays above this line, is the level when I'll decide to take my stop loss and move out of the trade. However, in the current scenario, we are still running into profit. The position is in the profit, though there is, because of the slight reversal, there is the drop in the level of profit. The percentage has gone down. Still, we are waiting because I'm pretty sure at the maximum I'm expecting the price to reach to the level of approximately 670 points, and from there it is expected to again show a downward movement, which is a good sign. All right. So price has created a kind of a small bridge over here. That's a small bridge which price has created. And till the time price is sustaining below this particular box, we are good. If this candle closes right on the weekly pivot or below the weekly pivot, and next candle starts in the continuation, that is, it becomes a bearish candle, a red color candle, then we can expect our profits or maybe the level to be achieved pretty soon. However, if it closes above this level, then we need to wait. Market is going down and will be going down gradually. However, it might take little longer. And as I said during my stream, we are not here to become the leaders. We are here to become the followers. We have to just follow the market in whichever direction it is going. That is the only thumb rule which can make us and keep us profitable. That is one of the thumb rules. Second thumb rule is always to decide the entry level. Next is to decide the exit level, and exit level for both the sides. In case we are going in loss, then how much loss we want to book, that should be the exit level which has to be decided. At the same time, how much profit we are going to book is also the exit level. Though the one level is like a positive one, other one is a negative one. However, trading is not about the positives or negative. Any business is not about positives or negative, because we calculate the entire business value based on the overall profit. So whatever is the overall profit is the time when we will say we are actually being profitable. However, talking about the day one of the trading, we were able to generate an awesome return on the capital for 14% as compared to normal traditional instruments like fixed deposit, recurring deposits, or maybe some kind of dividends which are given by the companies. Normally, it is like 4 to 5 or maybe 7% or maybe under 10%. However, we were able to generate an absolute return on the capital use of 14%. And when I say absolute return, it means the trade initiation charges, platform fees, whatever is applicable. After paying all those charges, net return was approximately 14%. So right now we are in the scenario where we have a running profit of approximately 23%, and we are looking in for an awesome profit right now. If the trade reaches onto the level which we are planning, then I am expecting an amazing profit for approximately 60% or maybe 50%. However, right now it's too early to give the exact numbers and figures until we do not achieve our target. So let's keep our fingers crossed and wait for the target to come. All right. So this is what we are looking at. So that's the current situation of our trade. This is how it is working right now and performing right now. It is showing us a tentative profit of 20% plus. So let's wait and let's see. Because right now the EMAs are pretty slopy and they are also trending. So, which means there is momentum in the market. There is pressure from the top side of the market, which is the bears are pretty active in the market to ensure that the price should go down as of now. And if a price keeps sustaining below this particular level, which is 640, so if our price keeps sustaining below this level, then definitely we can be sure for the target to be achieved pretty soon. Okay, so those are the levels. If we are moving beyond that particular spot, then that is the time when I'll decide to take my stop loss. This is the level where I'll decide where I've already decided to exit the trade. All right, that is by booking my profits. So those are the levels for me. And just to remind you, the streaming is only and only for the education purposes. And I am not a financial advisor. And or whatever discussions are being done, whatever information are being shared over here is only for the educational purposes to help you understand the basic nature and characteristic of the cryptocurrency market, especially linked with the Bitcoin and the USDT pair. Most of the time, people think that trading is a very, very complicated process. However, whatever time I have spent in trading and whatever I have learned, I can assure you trading is very simple. And in order to make it simple, we just need to look it in a simpler manner, in the easy way. And we just need to follow the rules and we just need to follow the exceptions in the trading. And since last year, Bitcoin has already shown a pretty massive fall, and it has shown a pretty trending market, though those were the bearish market. So right now the market is pretty choppy about the Bitcoin, which means that there is a very, very limited price movement for the Bitcoin. If we talk about the current scenario today, the price movement is only limited between 160 points. From the highest level to the lowest level, it is only 160 points which Bitcoin is moving. So in those 160 points, we need to find the margin and the safe space where we can enter and exit the trade and book our profits. And always remember, patience is the gift which we all have received. However, many of us use it for trading is something that we need to decide. All right. Right now, we are at the scenario where we are almost at our cost. So, no profit, kind of like no profit, no loss situation. Till the time it is holding the price below my stop loss level and below this particular price bridge, I'm good. I will be there in the trade. Moreover, what we have right now here is the 8 EMA, and 8 EMA is currently running at 16,650 points. So if the price is touching this particular point and again starts to make a red color candle, so it is showing the continuation of the trend till the time price is following this trend line, that is the 8 EMA. It means that it is the continuation of the trend. So all we need to do is just simply follow the 8 EMA till the time price is sustaining at 8 EMA or below 8 EMA. We can be in the trade and wait until we receive our targets. Okay, so we are still waiting for the price. It seems that it is planning to go towards a stop loss level and test the 20 EMA, the 20 moving average. And if it tests and once the test is confirmed, then again the price is expected to come down. However, if the 20 EMA test would fail, which means if the candle will start making the move above the 20 EMA, above the green line, then it will show the reversal of the trend. However, till the time the candles are not closing, I'm not talking about the wicks, the pins which the candle creates. So if the candle is not closing above the 20 EMA, it will show the continuous movement towards the downside, or maybe market might get a little sideways for some time, and gradually after that particular time it will start moving in a direction, because it has shown a major fall which was approximately for 100 points. So because it gave a trending and a very fast and a sharp fall for 100 points, so definitely it might take a little more time to show the movement. Just to understand why I'm saying that the market can be sideways is because of this particular gap. Whenever the gap between the two EMAs widen up, when they open too much, then it is the time when market goes little like more little choppy, and once it becomes choppy, so it stays in a particular price range, it consolidates in a particular price range, and once a consolidation has been done, then again it starts making the move in the direction. So let's wait and let's see. Okay, so price is showing us a positive move. So let's wait and let's see. And please accept my sincere apologies, because for some reason that the chat is not working right now. So a couple of you guys who are online and might want to ask me some questions, I would not be able to answer it today. However, we are working on fixing this particular issue. All right. So our gift is being tested. That is, our patience is being tested. However, it's again the major and the first most rule. Couple of people they take this rule as maybe six, seven, or eight point. But for me, this is my first rule. Patience. The person who will be patient in the market is the person who would be able to sustain for a longer duration and make good profits. Because impatience will lead to a scenario where we will make impulsive decisions, and based on those impulsive decisions, we will end up making losses. So we need to wait, we need to hold on to the patience, and only then we'll be able to make profits. Because the movement is really very slow and the candles are like very, very small. And if we talk about the current candle, it's a 5 minute candle which has given a total move for approximately 65 and 53 for $12. $12 is the total price movement for this particular candle. And if we talk about a price band for 16,000, a particular product which has a price for 16,000, so $12 movement is nothing. So technically right now there is not much movement in the market and the market is being sideways. So it might move up to retest the 20 EMA, which is the green line. And if you look onto the scenario, the green line is also right at a stop loss level. So the longer market stays over here, the more this particular 20 EMA will move down towards our direction, which is towards the lower side of the price. So we just need to wait, we just need to sit and be a little patient. Because this is one of the very important and a crucial level. We have is a 20 EMA resistance over here. That is the first confirmation. At the same time, we also have all three pivots, the daily pivot, the top and the bottom pivot over here. So that is a very strong level which will take a lot of effort for the market to break and move into the upwards direction. However, it may come retest this level couple of times and then gradually move towards the previous day low. So we just need to wait, we just need to see to ensure the trade is moving into our direction. All right, friends, I will be taking a quick 5 minutes short break while I'm waiting for keeping an eye on the market and looking onto the levels which I have already marked. All right, Cryptorians. So I'm back. Sorry, the break got a little extended because it's like 9:30 in India and I way past my dinner time, so I was just on a quick dinner break. So looking at the current scenario of the market, here it is. As I said, it is going up and it is about to retest the 20 EMA, which it did. At the same time, as I said, it is also a very crucial level because it has a resistance from 20 EMA, which is the green line. It also has a resistance from the daily pivot. And coincidentally, because both the pivots, the top and the bottom pivot, are at the same level, all the three pivots are at the same level, so it is acting as a very, very strong resistance. So the moment it went there, it touched the levels, it retested the resistance, and again it is showing us a bearish movement. So let's clean up the chart little because all these drawings I have just drawn to help you understand the current situation. So here it is. This line I would just leave it as if now because that's a stop loss level. If we get any candle above this level is a time when we'll decide to exit the trade. However, it is not happening and we are getting the trade in the same position and the direction which we were expecting, and we have pretty low but a running profit for approximately 10% right now. And earlier we did touch the level of 25% profit, which we would be touching again pretty soon. And as we are looking in for a target of 550 points, so that will be giving us an awesome profit. Though the movement is like little sideways because market gave a very sharp fall. So right now the movement is pretty choppy and sideways, so it will take some time to reach to the level, but gradually it will reach the level. Okay, so let's wait, let's see. Right now, it has moved to a situation where it is showing pretty high choppiness in the market because it is stuck between two crucial levels. This small dotted line, if you guys are able to see this particular dotted line, this is the weekly pivot, which shows the weekly level of the market, and this is the daily pivot. So both of the levels are a very crucial level. So right now the market is stuck between the two levels. So either this level will act as a support or this level will act as a resistance depending on where exactly candles are being formed for the longer duration. However, on the current scenario, the market is showing a bearish movement and the downtrend. So that is the reason we have shorted the Bitcoin future, and we are trading is in Bitcoin USDT perpetual future. So I have already shorted it, and I'm in trade for approximately last 30-35 minutes now. And we do have a running profit for approximately 10% on our capital. On our capital. So let's wait and see. Once this particular level is broken and once the candles are being formed under this level, which is approximately 640 points, then definitely we are going to see a sharp fall towards the previous day low, which is 548 points. And I have already set the profit booking level of 550 points. So as soon as price touches and crosses, not touches, I would say, as soon as price crosses the level of 550, that is, it moves anything under 550, 549, 549.5, anything, this trade would be closed in a profit and we would be booking in some handsome profit on our investment, which we have used for this particular trade. What exactly will be the net return is something which I will be able to share only at the end of the trade once the trade has concluded. So right now we are still waiting for the trade to close and looking onto the current scenario, it might take maybe half an hour, 45 minutes still. It is just a probability. Trading in financial market is just working on the probability, and probability is just the probability, because it might happen that there might be a big move and it creates a big long candle like it showed over here. If we look onto this particular candle, so this candle was approximately what, 43 points candle, which is a big long candle. So if we calculate approximately 43 points from the current level of 640, so we'll come down to 600 points straight away. And then we will be only one more candle away for 40-45 points, which will give us the target of 550. All right. So right now the weekly pivot is acting somewhat like a support, we can say. Maybe. So let's wait for the level. As I shared before, the market is about probability. So let's hope that it maintains the probability and it follows the 8 EMA, which is the red line. That is, this particular line is the 8 EMA line. So let's hope that it will follow this particular line, and it keeps following this line, then definitely we are going to receive our levels. All right. So price is still stuck between the two levels, that is the 8 EMA and the weekly pivot. So it needs to close and start making candles below that particular level, which is the weekly pivot of 840. Unless it is not making any candles below the price of 640, we need to wait for the final movement, which is the previous day low. All right, so here it goes under the level of 640 at 633. So let's wait and see. It needs to hold the level and it needs to make sure that the candle closes below this level. So we still have another 30 seconds left for this candle to close. However, based on my experience in trading, I think in next 15 minutes we should be able to hold the price under the weekly pivot. However, that's again a probability and not a certainty. Nobody can guarantee this. Nobody can assure this. We can only analyze, and based on the analysis and the observation of the market, we can have a probability. And just to remember, this live stream is only for the educational purposes to help you understand the movement of the asset, which is Bitcoin and USDT pair, and how to trade in it and how to earn good handsome amount. And that's the reason I started this 100 days marathon with only a bare amount of just $10, because if we keep on compounding this, it becomes a huge amount of money. If $10 is being compounded at only 4% net profit, when I say 4% net profit, it means there might be few trades in which we would be making some losses. There might be trade in which we might be making huge profits. In few trades, we might be making very, very limited profit. So there could be different scenarios and different profit levels. However, if we take the average, if we are making an average profit about 4%, 4 to 5%, and we make 100 trades, these $10 will be converted in the amount way above 150 to $200. So that is the power of compounding. And talking about 100 trades, it's not a very difficult task. We just need to find the level and the zones and the safe spaces for us where we can book this profit regularly. So now that's the good news. As market is moving in our direction, so our level of profit has increased from approximately 8 to 9% to about 15% right now, though it showed a higher profit of 19% when the candle was at a lower side. And as I said, like in next 15 minutes, based on the trend, I am hoping for the probability to be correct, which is it should be able to break the price barrier of 640. All right. So the price is exactly being, we can say, stuck at the level of 640. It's going a dollar up or dollar down, but it's stuck at that level, and so we need to wait for this level to be broken. I don't want this level to act as in support, though it's a weekly pivot, so it is a important level. Still, I don't want it to act as a support. The reason is because we are in a bearish trade, wherein we are looking in for a price to come and give us a target of the previous day low, which is 548 points. And I've already set my take profit at 550 points. However, the EMAs are slopy, that is, they are showing a downward movement, and at the same time, the price is also following the 8 and 20 EMA. Till the time the price is following both the EMAs, especially the 8 EMA, we are good, and we should expect this particular barrier to be broken maybe in another 5 to 10 minutes. However, market is a supreme one. We need to follow the market and not our own emotional feelings because we have initiated a trade for the bearish movement, that is towards the price drop of the market, then definitely my emotional level and the emotional conscious would be saying that market needs to fall. However, at the same time, if we we also need to look on the practical level that we are also sitting very, very close to a very crucial level, which is the weekly pivot. So it is finding it little difficult to break this particular barrier. However, it is being able to break the barrier, then definitely we are going towards a previous day low. Else, if we are not breaking the barrier and we are getting stuck onto this particular level for little more time, then it will be the time when I'll decide to book onto my profit, because we still have a position running in approximately 13% profit, which is again a decent profit for me based on my trading experience. So I'll decide to book the profit and exit the trade and wait for a new level which would be formed in the coming future. Until the time we are following the ATMA, which is a red line, we are good. So we can be in this trade and wait for more profit to show up. All right. So we have again just retested the 20 EMA, and we are still keeping it at the level of 8 EMA, which is also showing there is not there's not much of a movement from the bulls. That is, the market is not being bullish. However, right now market is more into the scenario where it is sideways and choppy. So we will just wait for our levels to come, and then we will book our profit. Okay, here is something that we need to see. Let's look onto the market onto the bigger time frame, which is 15 minutes. So let's zoom in the chart little to have a clearer look. Here it is. So in 15 minutes, what it is doing is it is creating a doji, or it is creating a dodging candle. Basically, it's pretty indecisive because based on these particular two candles on 15 minutes time frame, it shows like the demand and supply is almost at the same price level, which is 6650 16,650. So it's sustaining this particular price level. So in this scenario we just need to wait and see where exactly more candles are being formed. However, at the same time, if we look, it is also following on, even on the 15 minutes time frame, it is following the ATMA, which means it is showing a trending move. Though the gap is pretty much between the two EMA on 15 minutes, that's also one of the reasons the market is being on sideways. So here we are back onto our favorite 5 minutes time frame level. So let's wait and see, because we are stuck over here till the time we are not able to break the barrier of 640 price level. The moment it breaks the barrier of 640 price level and start forming red candles under this barrier, which is of 640, then definitely we are heading towards the price level of 550. And we are still maintaining a profit for approximately 12%, which is a decent profit, though not very huge as of now, still a decent one. So let's wait and keep our fingers crossed, and let's hope that the probability we are working on remains right. And at the same time, if we notice, the candles are getting limited between very limited price band, which is about 25 to $30, which also means that there can be big big candles or sharp move expected anytime near soon. It might happen in next 2 minutes, it might happen in next 15 minutes. However, we can expect big candles to be formed really soon. All right, price has moved little below the barrier. However, we need to wait until it does not closes below the barrier and next candle does not form red and stays below the barrier. So we need to wait, because the weekly pivot, which is acting as a support right now, once the candles are formed under the pivot, it will start acting as the resistance. So this is also another lesson which you need to understand, what exactly is a support and resistance. At a place where price is not able to go down, like on this level. Let's draw it for a moment. So if we draw this particular line, so what is happening right now is price is coming to this particular level, but it is not sustaining below this level. It goes little below the level, it comes back. It goes, it comes back. So right now this is acting as a support. And the moment candles start forming under this level, like uh, it is happening below this line. So candles are forming under this line. So this is acting as the resistance. So once the lines are being formed under this level, which also happens to be the weekly pivot. So if the candles keep on forming below this particular line right now, which is acting as a support, will start acting as a resistance. If we look onto the current scenario, this particular candle, so it has started under the barrier. So now if this candle sustains below this particular level, so our support will change into resistance, because then the price will resist and it will not be able to go above this point. Like right now, the price was taking a support and it was not able to come below this point. So it will start acting as a resistance. So price will not be able to go above this point. So let's keep our fingers crossed and wait for this candle to end in red and another candle to be red. Then definitely it is showing us the movement towards our target. though right now we are moving towards a target and we are gaining on our profit level. Once again, we are sitting at approximately 21% profit. Even if I decide to close the trade right now, I would have approximately maybe 15, 14 or 15% of the net profit after adjusting all the platform fees, etc., whichever is applicable, which means I would be able to generate nothing less than 13 to 14% profit on my capital used. And whenever we make any kind of investments, maybe like a fixed deposit or maybe some kind of recurring deposits or interest which is being given by the government on the bonds and everything, so it is something which is like 4 to 5% or maybe 8%. And 8% is again, which is I'm talking out on a very high and a steep level. There are a couple of other countries in the world which had barely give you like 2, 3, 4, 5% return. So if we talk about the average global scenario, so average return on the investment is approximately, we can say, about 5 to 6%, and that too a yearly return. And if I close this trade right now, I would be able to make approximately 12 to 13% of the absolute return in approximately 2 hours of trading and 2 hours of investment and being in the market at the right level at the right time. All right. Based on our 5 minutes candle, approximately 4 minutes have passed by and price still is sustaining below the barrier, which is now tentatively acting as a resistance. So we need to wait for this candle to close and we need to see onto the next candle. If the next candle also maintains the existing level and holds the price below this barrier, then definitely we will start moving towards the previous day low, which is 540 level, sorry, 550 level target, which I've already set for my trade. All right, the candle has closed and new candle has started. And though it is an insider candle right now because it is still exactly at the price level of the previous candle, so it needs to go below that level and it also needs to break this particular price, which is the current day low of 617. So once we break this particular price, like I can pull out somewhere here, once we break this particular price of 617, then definitely we are moving towards our target and we can expect a very, very sharp fall once we break the low, day's low. And we have an amazing position right now, which is running into approximately 21% profit on our capital invested. So let's wait for it to break the current day low level, which is of 617 as per this particular chart. And we are just $10 away from the current day low. Once the current day low is being broken, we are below that particular level. Definitely, we are moving towards the previous day low. Which also means that will be the time when I would be also booking in the profit of my trade. And as I shared before, this live streaming is only for the educational purposes, and whatever information shared here is not a financial advice for any individual. It is only for the purpose of education. All right, so here we go. We have just broken the day's low and created a new low from 617 to 610. That is the current low right now. And there's a slight retracement of the price to 620, though it will move down. And if this candle closes right at or below the previous low level of 617, then definitely we can expect a sharp fall towards the previous day low level. And right now we still have another 1 minute for this candle to close, and I'm expecting the movement pretty quick right now. Okay, let's try to understand the concept or the idea of trading. Trading is something like maybe learning Hebrew, or like I'm based in India. So the languages which I normally speak is English, Hindi, Punjabi. Now, if I have to talk in maybe another international language or maybe another regional language, like maybe Tamil, Malayalam, Kannada, or maybe let's say French or German, then definitely I'll be finding it really difficult. So I need to learn. So same way trading has its own language. And the biggest mistake that we people do while trading is we do not learn the language of trading. The only recommendation during my live stream for the educational purposes is that try to learn the language of the trading. It's altogether like learning a new language for yourself. And once you learn the language, excuse me, and you start using that language as one of the forms of your communication, you will become good in it. Similarly, for the trading, I'm trying to help you learn the language of the trading, what exactly which thing means, which candle means what at which location. And once we learn this language, definitely you will be a very good profitable trader. I won't be using any much of the technical terms, jargons over here, because to me those are immaterial. It's like driving a car. What is more important for us to know? How do we switch on the headlamps of the car, or how do we start the car? Or is it more important for us to know how exactly engine works? If you know, how exactly engine works, and what is the entire process behind switching on the headlamp, because we just make a click and headlamps get on. So we just need to understand what gives which result. Now, what is the process between those things is not much of a relevance. So, same way, when we are talking about the language of the trading, we are talking about the basic thing, that which candle would signify what thing at which level and what should be the expected result. That is the only thing which I will be focusing on, and nothing beyond it. And as I said before, because earlier we created a low price of 617, so if you look, we are still revolving around the current price is still revolving around 617, and we are facing a little bit of resistance to break the amount barrier and go down. Though we have created a new low of 610, which is approximately $6 below the previous price, yet we are not able to move beyond it. But definitely we will move beyond that particular price of $610, and we will reach towards the target of $550. Based on the current minor retracement, we are still running in a profit for approximately 22%, and we are still holding the levels very good, and just waiting for probability to be more certain, as it is pretty certain right now, and it's moving towards our target, which is a previous day low of 16,548, and I am looking in for a target of 16,550. So that is a place where I would be booking in my profit for the day in this particular trade. However, if I may see that there is an exhaustion scenario and we are not able to get directly onto the target, then I might decide to book in my trade before that as well. Because right now I'm still running an amazing and a beautiful profit for approximately 22%. And based on my experience, this would be my suggestion to all the people who are sitting live on the streaming, that always calculate the returns in terms of profit. Never try to calculate return in terms of the financial value, because financial value gives you an emotional swing, as we are very highly attached to money. So that gives an emotional swing, and that gives us unwanted thoughts that, oh, this is such a less amount, oh, this is such an amazing amount. Because if I talk about the current scenario, when we traded on the day one, we used approximately 99 cents. We can say we used approximately $1 for the trade, and we generated a profit for approximately 11 cents, which was 10%, 10 to 11% of the net profit. Even right now, we are using about 85 cents in this particular trade, and we are running in a profit for 20% right now. So that is pretty amazing. However, if I express it in terms of value, in terms of money, then definitely it looks almost negligible amount. It cannot be considered. But as I have been doing this from last couple of months, and I'm pretty sure once you are there with me on the stream and following this entire stream for next 100 days, you will see how exactly compounding works and how much profit do we end up making at the end of this particular time period of 100 days. And at the same time, if I'm using $1, instead of $1, if I would have been trading with a bigger capital and using maybe say $100, so I would have a running profit for about $25, $24. Even right now, I have a running profit for approximately $19. So that sounds to be a pretty decent amount as compared to the investment of $100. However, when we convert the amount into percentage, in both the scenario, the percentage will be same, whether it's a dollar or whether it's a million. All right, as market is finding it difficult to break this particular price barrier, so let's try and find the reason why. This is one of the reasons. Here is a pivot for yesterday. Yep, yes. This is the pivot. That is a pivot from previous day, which is acting as a support. So if we look, every time we come here, we have a little retracement. Every time we come here, we have a little retracement. So right now that pivot is acting as a support for the price right now. Once we break that particular pivot, which was formed yesterday, and we start making candles below this particular line, then we will move towards our target of this level, which is 550 points. Trading is nothing, just understanding the language of the chart. So as we just noticed that we were facing little difficulty breaking this particular price, so we needed to find the reason why. And we looked back in time, we realized yesterday here was a crucial level which is acting as a resistance right now. Sorry, as a support right now. However, because it's one of the pivot which was there yesterday, so it is acting and showing its little importance today. However, it will be broken in some time. It might take maybe 5 minutes, it might take maybe 15 minutes. But once this particular level is broken, then definitely we are again moving towards our target. Okay, so we are again retesting the 8 EMA, or maybe we might even retest up to 20 EMA. All right, so we are expecting to see the continuation of the trend right now. It seems like it is planning to test 20 EMA like it did before, over here, 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 right? So it seems like it might go and test a 20 EMA over here, which doesn't matter to us because we are running in a good profit right now. And even if it tests the 20 EMA, we will still be running in good profit. All right. So price is gradually moving and market is moving very, very slow. It's being very, very choppy, and it's just putting our patience to the test as we are trying to put Einstein's statement that compounding is the eighth wonder of the world to the test by doing multiple trades and compounding on our capital and on our profits and everything. So same way, market is just putting our patience to test. However, our position is still looking good. We are in approximately 19% profit right now, which is pretty decent as compared to other investment instruments. And that to profit in approximately, say, maybe 2 hours and 15 or 20 minutes. I think it's amazing. And remember, trading is not gambling. Trading is like learning a new language. And if you don't understand the language, then there will not be any communication. And if there's no communication, trust me, you will always face problem. And that's the reason many people they end up saying that trading is gamble and it's the pure sheer and luck. Trust me, I can assure you on this, as I'm sharing this video only for the educational purposes to help you understand that trading is not a gamble and trading is not purely the luck, because luck can give you money once, twice, or thrice, not every time. And if we need to make consistent and regular profit in trading, then definitely we need to understand the science, we need to understand the logic, we need to understand the probability behind the trading, and moreover, most important thing, we need to understand the language of the trading. If we understand the language of the trading, we would be able to understand the trading and the charts and the patterns in a right way and able to do the correct trades to book good profits. Yes, like any business, it may not be possible to book profit every day. Sometimes it may also be a scenario where we might not find even a good trade entire day. So that does not mean that we have to do any kind of vague actions and act absurdly to book losses. So during this stream, for the education purposes, I would be discussing on those patterns. I would be giving you the ways to find and how to understand this language and how to use this language correctly. Because we just noticed that price was getting stuck over here. It was not able to move. So we just tried to find the reason why. Trading language is all about understanding why and not saying, how could this happen to me or how could it happen? If you would be stuck onto that question, how could it happen? Then trust me, you will never be able to learn the trading, the art of trading. However, if you are able to understand and find the reason why, I can assure you, the sooner you learn the art of finding the reason why it is happening, then you would be able to understand the language of the trading and you would be a very good, effective, and efficient trader in a very limited and short period of time. All right, so we are moving below the barrier. However, it is also important for this candle to close below the barrier and next candle to start below the barrier. I can maybe express trading is something like going through multiple doors. So it's a room which has multiple doors in it, and every time we move, we have to open a door. Now, there are two things that you can do with that particular door. Either question, how could this door not open? Or you can find the reason why this door is not opening. The sooner you find why, sooner you will be able to open the door and move towards the next door. Same way, like the price was getting stuck over here, we tried to find the reason why and we found it. Now we know that is the reason this particular door is not getting open and it's kind of locked. So we are waiting for the key to be made, that is the level to be broken. And once this particular level is being broken, then definitely it will start moving towards our target gradually. And at the same time, this pivot which is being followed from yesterday, like this one. So now the good news is, if the candle starts gets created under this line, then it also has a resistance from the ATMA, which is also acting as a barrier. And the moment this red line, the ATMA line, merges with this particular price line, which is at 627, then definitely the price will start sustaining below this level of 627 and it will start moving towards the target. So this is how I can help you understand why. And that's the reason I could not answer if you guys are thinking how. It's all about like one simple question: how could it happen to me? Or why is it happening with me? So we are sitting at a very stable profit and very stuck profit of about 21%, 20-21%. So our profit is variating right now between 17 to 21%. 4% is a variation which market is showing in our profit because of the price movement. So we just need to be a little more patient and wait. Though we are still in a very good profit as compared to the traditional form of investments. Okay, we can take this as a little positive response from the market, that though the previous candle is pretty small and it looks green in color, however, the price was being able to sustain below the barrier. And if this candle holds the price below the barrier, then definitely we'll move towards our target, which is of 550. And at the same time, both the prices are pretty close. That is the candle and the ATMA. Both the things are pretty close. And since as we look onto the price movement is very much following the ATMA levels. So if it sticks to this ATMA level, then definitely we are heading towards our target and a good and amazing profit. Mhm. Now the price is going for a confirmation and it is testing the ATMA, and though it is following the ATMA as well, so it is right now going in for a retest of ATMA, and let's see if it shows the continuation of the trend or reversal of the trend. Till the time price is sustaining below 20 EMA, every time it goes up to 20 EMA, touches it and comes back, we are good. And if you look onto the current scenario and try to educate yourself, then 20 EMA and the weekly pivot are at the same level. Both the price are at the same level, which means it's a very, very strong barrier, which the price will have to break if it is planning to go up or show a bullish trend, which is nowhere possible as of now. So it might go little up, retest the level, retest the barrier, and start going down. And if not, then I may decide to book the profit in my trade and exit the trade. Okay, now let's look onto the little bigger scenario on 15 minutes time frame, what exactly market is doing. So here it is. Market is creating insider candles. That is, whatever the price is, it is sustaining within the previous preceding candles. So we just need to wait. At the same time, there is also 8 EMA, 15 minutes 8 EMA resistance right above the price. And this is the other barrier. So it has a 15 minutes 8 EMA resistance. It also has a weekly pivot right above it. So it has two strong resistance right on its head, which will not easily let the price go up or become bullish. However, because it's a market and market is always right, there could be anything, there could be any kind of probability which might come up at the last minute. So we'll just wait for the levels to be intact, which is the weekly pivot and the ATMA on 15 minutes basis. And once I move back to the initial level, which is like 5 minutes. So here we are. All right, we have retested the resistance level, which is the weekly pivot as well as the 20 EMA. And again, we are there at a support, which is yesterday's one of the pivots level. So let's wait for this support level to be broken and act as a resistance. And then definitely we'll move towards the target. However, right now market is being very choppy, very slow, and it is putting our patience to the test. Still, I would like to use my patience and enjoy this time because it's much better to be sitting here and waiting here and talking to you guys rather than going out in the market. And hats off to all those people who actually go out and work. Special thanks to all the Google team and the YouTube team who keep on working day in and day out for keeping this platform and the live streaming thing up and working. Then again, thanks to the internet company because of which I'm able to get connected to stream my trading and share my trading ideas for the education purposes only. And while we are talking, so market is giving us a positive response. Seems it is happy with our patience and it is loving the idea and it is about to give the movement. Okay, if we look onto the smaller time frame, which is 3 minutes, so the current candle is below the level which was acting as a support, so it is showing a symbol that it is acting as a resistance. However, because we trade based on 5 minutes candle and we find the patterns and everything based on 5 minutes candle, so it is a continuation of the candle which is also showing the price being supported below the previous day pivots level. And if this candle closes same way in the red, then we can expect next candle and couple of candles thereafter going towards our target. So this candle is about to close in another 45 seconds. Let's hope that it stays below and that pivot acts as a resistance for it now. And next candle will show the continuation of the trend. All right, that's a good move. So we are setting exactly at the previous current day previous low level, which was 617. So we are just sitting at 617 level. And the moment we break the 617, we'll head towards the current day low, which is 611, 610. And once we break the 610 level, then definitely we can expect more movement towards our target of 550. And yes, I forgot to share. Right now we have a current profit of a running profit of approximately 27%. Let me show my app. Here it is. So right now it's showing a current profit for approximately 27%, 26.90 to be precise. So we can consider it as okay, 27, 29%. So based on the movement, the profit will keep on increasing drastically. We have a running profit for about 30% right now, which is again a very amazing profit level as compared to the traditional instruments available in the market. Or if we talk about the normal appraisal that we receive during our job appraisals every year. Here we are with a current running profit of 31% on our capital invested. And let's wait for the target to be achieved. In the meantime, I think I should do something like this. Yeah, this will be better. So we have created a new low of 605. We are able to breach the barrier of 617. We are also able to breach the barrier of 610 and create a new low of 605. So we just need to do is just continue the trend and make sure that we are heading towards a target of previous day low of 548 and my target of 550 where I am planning to book my profit for the day. And once I book my profit for the day, I would be ending the stream because it's almost quarter plus 11 in night in India. So I would be ending the stream, and cryptorians, I would be meeting you tomorrow soon with a new trade, new information, some old concepts, and some trading ideas. So we are still able to see the continuation of the trend with a running profit of about 30% on our capital. However, the target will be the previous day low, which is 548, and my target to book the profit is 550. And right now we are trading at the current price level of 16,618. Seemed like today market is showing us the importance of a trending 8 EMA and the importance of retesting the levels, because every one or after one or two candles it goes and it retests the level, which makes the movement slow, which is fine, and it keeps on giving the trending move. Since we are sharing in the futures, perpetual futures of the Bitcoin and USDT asset, so definitely we can be patient and wait for the target to be achieved. All right, so this is something like this. is the trend which price is creating. So we may not be able to find it by looking at the chart normally. However, with the help of this line, we are able to understand that it is creating lower lows. Like if this was the low, now this low was lower than the previous low. This low is even lower than the previous two low. So it is creating a lower lows right now, which is a clear indication that the price is going down towards a target which we have set for the previous day low. However, because the movement is pretty slow and gradual, so it is taking little time and it is expected to take some more time. So no worries, we'll sit and we'll wait. I started my streaming was somewhere here when the market was giving this particular trending move, and I always have a habit. Whenever I start looking at the chart, I never try to enter in a trade till the time I am not getting synchronized with the movement of this chart. If we would, I would have been synchronized with the movement of the chart. If I would have been here, maybe say 20, 25 minutes before this movement would have happened, then trust me, we would have booked an amazing profit for approximately 130 points, which would have given us somewhere about 80% return on our capital invested. And with that 80% return, trust me, I would have ended my day for the trading and the streaming, and I would not have done any more trade today. My idea of trading is very simple. I always set the percentage of profit which I'm looking in for a day, a minimum level which I am looking in for a day. I also set at the same time a percentage of loss which I'm willing to take in case if my analysis goes wrong and I'm not able to judge the probability right of the market movement, or there are some unexpected absurd movements in the market. So in that case, I also have my pre-decided loss levels which I'll take and I'll move out of the market. While I'm trading, here are some things which I strongly follow. I don't follow the concept of doing one trade or 10 trade in a day. However, I do follow a concept of booking a specific amount of profit in a day, a percentage. So on an average, if I'm booking about 15 to 20% profit in a day, I'm happy with it on the capital which I use for the trade. That is my first rule. And if I'm getting more opportunities, I'll keep on booking my profit, and it might go up to maybe 50, 80, or 100% of the return on the capital I invested. At the same time, I also keep in mind that I'm not losing more than 15% of my capital. Actually, not 15%, sorry. I'm not losing more than 5% of my capital, which I'm expected to use in a trade, or maybe 5% of the capital of the total trade. If I talk about the current scenario, we are using a capital for approximately 85 cents. So I have already defined a loss level. In any scenario, my loss should not be more than 8 to 10 cents, which is approximately 10% of the capital which I've invested in this trade, and approximately 1% of the total capital available in the account. So that is the way I trade. So till the time I'm doing any kind of trade and my total loss is less than the potential loss which I can take, I can initiate the trade multiple times, maybe once, twice, or thrice in a day, or maybe even 8 times in a day. However, once I reach my loss threshold, I will make sure that I am not trading for rest of the day, because that would be affecting my psychology, that would be affecting my emotional quotient, and based on that I might take wrong decisions, which I don't want to do. And that's the reason I decide to end up my day for the trading on that particular given day. So I'll request the same with you guys. Start forming your own rules and regulations. We all are different. Though we see everything same, we interpret it in our own language. We interpret it based on our own experiences. As the streaming is based for education purposes only, and I'm sharing my experiences with you, what exactly I do. And you guys may choose to learn from my experience and define your own traits. And remember, the rule of success is there should be more of inflow as compared to the outflow. No matter at any given day, your outflow should not be more than what you have earned, should not be more than 20 to 30% of what you have earned on the previous day. And I'm not talking about what you have earned on previous couple of days or previous week, because that amount will be larger. Define your losses based on the previous day profits. So if I made a profit for $100 on the previous day, so today my loss level will not be more than $25 no matter what may come. So if I'm incurring a loss for more than $25 in a particular trade, or total in multiple trades, that day I'll decide not to trade any further. However, if I'm making profit maybe $2, $10, $100 based on multiple trades and the capital I use, I'll keep on doing it. Still, I always try to set my level, because last day if I was able to make a profit for $25, because I'm sharing the hypothetical figures for just for the illustration and example purposes only. So if I was able to make the profit of $25 last day, I'll try to maintain the same level or a higher level. If I'm not able to go high, then maybe not low. However, this is market, it works on probability, and probability can change at any point of time based on the scenarios. So it may also happen, though I look in for a target for $25 profit today, I might end up taking maybe 23, 20, $18 of the profit. However, what important for me is to close in profit. To close in profit is my vision. However, I have to close in profit is my ego. And ego is very, very bad for trading. So always try to refrain from your ego side of the personality. Everyone has the personality which is divided into different parts. One of the part is ego, anger, jealousy. So we need to be very clear that we are not getting those things into our professional way of trading. All right, it's almost 11:30 in night. So let's wait for a few more minutes. And still, right now, the price is not able to breach and hold the barrier. It is kind of breaching, which is not like exactly breaching, because it is not able to hold the price under it. So let's wait for a few more minutes and see the movement of the price. If not, then I will decide to book the profit and end the day in profit. As I said just a couple of minutes ago, because I made a profit for $25 yesterday, I'll try to make a similar profit. However, since the trading works on the concept of probability, and probability is based on the scenario and the situations which keeps on changing. So I may decide to re-evaluate my decision and change my level of profit for the day to day. And we are sitting very close to the price barrier. Let's zoom in the chart. We don't need those figures because we are way lower than that particular level. So we are still in a running profit for about 22% right now, which is again a very decent amount. Yes, we did touch the level of 34% profit, which is fine. And I'm just expecting the movement to come in any time to book my level. If not, then I may decide to close this trade before it. Because what is more important to me is to stay in profit rather than staying in a state of being stubborn or staying stubborn about the level. It might be the case that I might keep on waiting and the level might get delayed. And the moment I decide to book my profit of about 22%, which is running right now at 23%, if I decide to book the profit at 23% and I am about to end my day, it might happen that it might give a sharp fall towards our target. So it happens. This is market. It will always be there. We have to be rigid about our trading rules. However, we have to be flexible about our profit percentages. All right. I think I'll be waiting for this candle and the next candle. If this candle closes at the barrier level, the line which I drew for approximately $617, I think, let me check what's the price level. 627. So I'll wait for this candle to close below 627 and next candle to be again red. If not, then I am thinking of ending this trade for the day as well as the streaming for the day. Right now, I have a running profit for approximately 21%, which is a pretty decent profit. So I'll just wait for this candle to close and see. And if it closes further at a lower level, then my profit is going to go a little more higher, which would definitely be good for me. And remember, whatever information is being shared over here is only for the educational purposes. The levels or these current scenarios or the trade patterns which I am discussing is only for the educational level. In order to make any kind of final decision or trade decision, please contact your financial advisor. And channel does not hold any responsibility for your individual profit or losses. I'm just waiting for this candle to close, and based on this candle, I'll decide to wait a little further or not to continue with this trade. Right now, I have a position which is an approximately 20% running profit, which is a decent profit for me, and I'm happy with it. So let's wait and see. We still have one more minute before this candle closes. It seems like again we are heading towards the weekly pivot to retest it. And if it retests and then it falls, then it should be a pretty fast fall. So again we are retesting the level, and if we retest and again we are getting stuck onto the price of 627, then definitely market is not moving down for some more time, and it will again spend little more time between the two levels. Now my profit has dipped from 21% to 15%, which is still fine for me because I was relying on the probability of the price to be there at 550, which will be achieved gradually. However, I'll just wait for a little more time, else I'll book my profit for the day and I'll end the stream. And right now, because this candle is showing a resistance at the weekly pivot, which is a very strong level because it also has a 20 EMA right next to the pivot. So it means that the price is not going up, and right now see the candle is turning red, and we still have another 2 minutes to verify the price movement. So let's wait and see if the candle is turning out to be red only, because that will again increase my profit levels. So it will be good for me to book another 2-3% of the profit on my capital invested. Okay, we are back at 19% profit. So seems the market is favoring me. And we still have another 35 seconds before this candle closes. So this candle is stuck right between the two crucial level of 20 EMA with a weekly pivot and also at the previous day pivot. So let's see. Now, right now, it is not showing me a very promising situation. And if it would not have been nearly midnight for me, then I would have loved to stay in this trade. However, right now, I'll just wait for the dip in the price, a little dip to book extra 1 or 2% of the profit, and then I would like to end my day for today. though I have not used Hindi. However, the streaming is ideally to be bilingual, which is English and Hindi, as I'm based in India. So there would be a couple of people who would want me to listen in Hindi, which coincidentally I have not used today. So let's switch to Hindi for a little while. अगर हम आज की बात करें तो हमने एक ट्रेड इनिशिएट करा था, जो कि लगभग यहाँ पे इनिशिएट करा था पिवट पॉइंट के पास में। करीबन हमारा एंट्री प्राइस था 670 के करीब, और अभी हमारा प्राइस चल रहा है 630। 40 पॉइंट हम लोग बुक कर चुके हैं, और लगभग इस वक्त हम लोग 16 से 17% प्रॉफिट के अंदर चल रहे हैं उस कैपिटल पे जो हमने इन्वेस्ट करा हुआ है इस ट्रेड में। जैसे यहाँ पे आप देख पा रहे हैं कि लोअर प्राइस लेवल्स बने थे, और जब प्राइस जो है 606 16 606 का गया था, तब तकरीबन हम 33% के लेवल पे आए थे प्रॉफिट के, मगर हमने तब बुक नहीं करा, क्योंकि हमारा जो टारगेट, मैं जो एक्सपेक्ट कर रहा हूँ, वो एक्सपेक्ट कर रहा हूँ मार्केट को प्रीवियस डे लो पे आने के लिए। मगर अभी मार्केट जो है बहुत ही ज़्यादा धीरे चल रही है और बहुत ही ज़्यादा साइडवेज चल रही है, तो इसको आने में टाइम लगेगा। और अभी क्योंकि लगभग लगभग रात के 11:15 बज चुके हैं और मेरे को नींद आना शुरू हो चुकी है काफ़ी हद तक, तो मैं सोच रहा हूँ कि अभी जो मेरे पास में प्रॉफिट आ रहा है लगभग 17% 18% का, उसको बुक कर लिया जाए आज के लिए, और इसके साथ में जो ये स्ट्रीमिंग है उसको अंत करा जाए, और कल दोबारा मिला जाए आप सभी क्रिप्टोरियंस के साथ में एक उचित समय पे, इन्हीं ट्रेडिंग स्ट्रैटेजीज के साथ में, कॉन्सेप्ट्स के साथ में, एजुकेशन के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू के साथ में। जिस कारणवश मैं बहुत ही छोटे अमाउंट से ट्रेड कर रहा हूँ, वो इसलिए क्योंकि इतने छोटे अमाउंट के अंदर डर नहीं लगेगा और ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लोग अफोर्ड कर पाएंगे। सुनने में बहुत ही छोटा अमाउंट है, मात्र लगभग 1000 रुपये, जो कि 10 USDT क्रिप्टो करेंसी के बनते हैं। सिर्फ उतने से मैं ट्रेड कर रहा हूँ, और इस अमाउंट को हम लोग बड़ा करके लेके जाएंगे बहुत ही बड़े अमाउंट के अंदर। कितना बड़ा, मैं कोई कमिटमेंट नहीं दे रहा, लेकिन अगर हम 2 से 3% का एवरेज प्रॉफिट करते हैं, तो लगभग लगभग हम जो है 100 ट्रेड्स के अंदर इस $10 को लगभग $100 से ऊपर बना लेंगे। अब डिपेंड करता है कि ये 100 ट्रेड हमारे कितने दिन में पूरे होते हैं। और अभी अगर मैं बात करूं, तो मार्केट जो है नीचे से थोड़ा सपोर्ट लेती हुई लग रही है, EMAs को टेस्ट करती हुई लग रही है, ज़्यादा प्रॉमिसिंग फिलहाल नहीं लग रही है। ऐसा हो सकता है कि मार्केट यहाँ से अपने आप को टेस्ट करे और टेस्ट करके नीचे जाए, यानी कि अगर मैं इसको पैटर्न को ड्रॉ करने की कोशिश करूं, तो ये कुछ ऐसा बना सकती है पैटर्न। एक मिनट, मेरे को मिल नहीं रहा जो मुझे चाहिए बनाने के लिए। नहीं, ये सारे मेरे को नहीं चाहिए। लेट मी फाइंड अ बेटर वे। ओके, ये कुछ ऐसा पैटर्न बना रही है, और हो सकता है कि ये क्योंकि यहाँ से सपोर्ट ले रही है, तो हो सकता है कि ये इधर जाके फिर ऐसे नीचे आए। ऑप्शन 1, या ऑप्शन 2 हो सकता है कि ये यहाँ से इधर पे ही रुके और फिर ऐसे नीचे आए, यूं। एक मिनट, सॉरी, उसको थोड़ा सा इग्नोर करना आप, यानी कि इधर को आए, कुछ ऐसा पैटर्न बनाए। तो ये कुछ भी बना सकती है। तो अभी अगर हम देखें इसको, चार्ट को थोड़ा बड़ा करके, तो अभी फिलहाल ये 20 ईएमए के ऊपर रेजिस्टेंस ले रही है और रेजिस्टेंस लेके नीचे की तरफ जाती हुई दिख रही है। तो बस मैं चाह रहा हूँ कि ये प्राइस जो है थोड़ा सा यहाँ से नीचे की तरफ गिरे, मेरा जो प्रॉफिट है थोड़ा सा ज़्यादा बढ़े, मैं उस प्रॉफिट को बुक करूँ और आज के लिए अपना दिन अंत करूँ। लेकिन अगर ऐसा होता हुआ मुझे नहीं दिखता है तो मुझे कोई आपत्ति नहीं है। जितना प्रॉफिट मेरे को मिल रहा है मैं उससे बहुत ही ज़्यादा खुश हूँ और मैं उसी के साथ आज का दिन अपना अंत कर सकता हूँ। And so, as we are talking about the market and the scenario, so I have just zoomed in chart. Normally, it doesn't happen that easily, especially with the asset which has big price value like Bitcoin or maybe any other charts. So it doesn't happen that the chart gets zoomed so big that you can see the price being marked at so small levels at the gap of $2, $4, because right now the chart is very highly zoomed for you to view it and for me to view it as well, because candles are very, very small right now. They are so small that if I actually keep this chart on the original settings, then we might be not even able to see these candles. They are so small in the nature. And let's wait and see for this candle to move down. And if it continues the trend, it gives me little more profit. I am back in 20% profit right now from 14%. So if it continues the trend and give me a little more profit, I would be happy to book a higher profit. If not, then I'm also happy with my 20% profit. Though yes, market did give me an opportunity a couple of minutes ago to book a profit for 35%, which I did not do, which is fine because market is all about probability. However, it may also happen in future where I'm expecting to book a profit for only 20% on my capital and market will give me a profit for 80 or 100 or maybe 200% on my profit as well. So as we would be here during the live stream for next 100 days, so you will see the scenarios where we would be booking in some good, big, huge percentages of profits. And trust me, it is possible. However, remember, trading is not a gamble. Trading is like a communication. It's all about learning a new language which we are not used to communicate in. The more we'll understand this language, the more we learn this language, the better our trading skills will be. And the stream is only for the educational purposes. We do not provide any kind of trading levels or any kind of paid services to any people. If somebody is assuring you, then trust me, it is not me. It could be some other person. Now the position is looking little more promising for me, and it is taking a resistance for 8 EMA while it is taking the it is taking the resistance of 20 EMA while it is taking the support of 8 EMA at the same time, and we have another 20 seconds before this candle closes. Based on the close of this candle, I'll decide to stick to this trade any further or not to stick to this trade, because it will be midnight in another 5 minutes and I need to go to sleep so that I have a fresh body and mind for good trades tomorrow. And for trading, it is very, very important for everyone, all those people who are trying to trade and make profits from trading as a career or a profession. It is very, very important for everyone to have a proper sleep. Like it is said for the women, the beauty sleep. So you need to have a good trading sleep. You need to sleep well in night for a good number of hours for your brain to get relaxed and fresh so that you are able to find good levels and trade next day. Okay, the candle has changed, new candle has started, and it is not showing me a very promising situation right now. And so I will just wait for nothing and I'll just book my trade. And this is what I've done. Okay, I've booked my trade, and after booking the trade, I am able to close this trade with a absolute profit of 13% after paying all the platform fees and everything. And since this particular candle is a pretty big candle which has formed, and I just decided to move out of the trade. And trust me, what would happen is this candle will take a rejection from the weekly pivot, and then it will start moving down. However, if this candle takes a rejection from weekly pivot and takes a support from yesterday's pivot, then there would be more probability that the price is going up. It will go up until this level, retest it, and then come down. And all those people who are there with me live in this trading, do not try to initiate a new trade. Either book your profits as I have done, in case you were there following my trading, which I was doing only for the educational purposes. So in that case, you can book your profit, and you need to wait before market gives you a certain and a definite pattern. So let's end the day for the today, and see you tomorrow, Cryptorians, with a new day, new market, and some new patterns. Thank you for watching.